Hello, everyone. Today we have with us a very special guest, Meet Deore, the founder of Deni Bikes. If you're a Shark Tank fan, you must have seen him pitch his incredible idea of the e-bike. So, the coolest part is he was the youngest entrepreneur out there. So, welcome to the podcast, Meet. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. I'm doing amazing. Thank you for inviting me on the podcast, Avni.
Great, great. First of all, big congratulations to you on all your success. You're truly an inspiration for all of us.
Thank you so much.
So let's get straight into it. So let's talk about Shark Tank. Okay. So how has your life changed after Shark Tank, and what had its impact on the Deni bikes? तो कैसा रहा सब कुछ इसके बाद से?
Okay, so after Shark Tank, a lot of things changed in my life, as well as Deni Bikes, Uh, so first of all, people started recognizing the kind of skills I had before, which I couldn't put out in the public just that time, right? So I got recognition for my talent. I got uh, I got recognition for what I'd made, and a lot of, for example, like a lot of established EV producers contacted me, uh, insisting to give like a tour of their setup, or something that I could learn from them. So that's what was a major thing that changed. And also, you know, because I was on Shark Tank India, there there were a few podcasts as well, and then I also received a few college invites from international universities. So that was like a good kind of change that happened after Shark Tank.
So Deni Bikes started with one product. In future, do you plan on expanding Deni Bikes with some other varieties as well? Like, what's the vision for future?
Right. So Deni Bikes was obviously launched with the first prototype, which was the Deni Alpha, and we are obviously planning to expand in the future, not with only more products, but then also other categories, right? Right now, this is just the prototype. It wasn't, production ready. So first, what we would like to do is get a version of the Deni Alpha into the production stage. Once we make the final product by doing some R&D and some more development, we'll get to the final product of Deni Alpha, which we would produce, check out the market, and then get into other categories as well.
So, when are you planning to launch it, by the way?
So this year, I'll have to like focus on my education. So till I get into college, right? Right now I'm in 12th grade, and so this 1 year I'll be studying, and then once I get into college, first year, I will be starting. I will be officially starting Denny Bikes and getting into the market.
So, you're still planning for the Bits Pilani?
Yes,
Great.
that's right. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen you've got so much response from the Bits Pilani faculty and all.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Now, this is something I really want to know about you, that running a business and doing studies side by side can be really exhausting. So, how do you manage both of them?
So I would there are certain times where I've only focused on either my business or my studies, right? So it's been different timelines in this year. So for example, 2 months I would only be working on the business. The other time I would, keep studying or anything like that, right? So it's not that I'm doing both in one day. It's that I'm focusing on one and giving that another, sort of timeline, and then the same with the other. That's what I'm doing to like manage, studies and running this business right now.
Great, great. So, you give 100% to one and then 100% to another.
Yes.
So, starting a business is never easy. You must have faced some problems while starting a business. So, what is the toughest challenge you faced while doing this?
All right. So, the concept of Deni bikes was affordable electric bikes, right? So, in the electric bike sector, you have to get to you get to a stage in the affordability where you cannot go lower. You cannot go lower with the prices of the bike, right? Because it has to be affordable for the price sensitive market of India. um, that stage where I was finding a lot of parts, a lot of components which would lower my bike's price, but uh, you know keep the same quality uh, in the bike, right? So I think that was a major kind of challenge that I faced in designing the product. And in the business, obviously, it's the starting where you need to you come up you face a lot of challenges in the starting itself, right? You have to come up with a name, or get into the legal sides of the business, right? So
Yeah,
that 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 stage where you go from a concept to like an actual business idea, I think that was where the challenge was present here.
I see. So, as you said that India is kind of price sensitive, do you ever plan on selling it in international?
Yes, so um, you know, I do plan on exporting my products to other countries where the markets may not be as price sensitive. So,
Hmm.
they get a cheaper product with, a more affordable product, but with the same quality. And I think that would be a great hit to export and try to sell in the other foreign markets.
Yeah. So, my next question to you would be that, like, nowadays we are actually accepting that e-bikes are the future. So, do you think that traditional bikes will be replaced by the e-bikes, or there is place for both of the bikes?
Yeah. So, right now, from if you consider the past 5 years, from 2020 to 2025, there has been a major switch in from petrol bikes to electric bikes, because right now in 2020, when you would go out, you would rarely see an electric vehicle on the road, right? But
Yeah.
then in 2025, once you go out, you see, tons of scooters, tons of electric bikes, and people are actually going into electric now. So that's a very nice change I got to see. And there is definitely market for both, though I feel electric is going to grow now a lot, and petrol might, go down, but I'm pretty sure they would coexist. It won't be either 100% petrol or 100% electric.
Okay. So yeah, I feel that there will be new charging stations and all in the future that will provide more benefit to e-bikes and
Yes,
e-cars. Yeah.
exactly. Yep.
So, Meet, your journey has been so inspiring for all the young entrepreneurs out there. So, what's
Yeah.
one piece of advice you would like to give that one entrepreneur who is wishing to be on Shark Tank and pitch his idea?
All right. So, this is actually my very own story, but while actually going on Shark Tank, before I filled the first form, I was really, I was really skeptical because I wasn't sure if my idea could reach on Shark Tank. So I didn't have that kind of surety, right? I was like, why would I go on Shark Tank, you know? So basically, I wouldn't have taken that first step uh, unless my family had supported me and kind of forced me to take to fill that first form. And I think the family support is very important in this case, but then also filling that first form can take you places you can, never imagine, right? I wouldn't have filled the Shark Tank form like that, but then because of my parents, I filled it, and then after I got, I got through the first stage, I started loving that idea of going on a Shark Tank, and started filling the other forms and as well, right? That's how I got it through Shark Tank. So taking that first step, filling that first form is really important. No matter how you feel, no matter what idea you have, you need to fill that first form. It can take you anywhere.
Okay, great. So
Yes.
courage is the most important thing.
Yes, exactly.
Speaking of Shark Tank, like I saw that Aman and Vinita wanted you to like focus on your studies and all, but whereas Anupam was like somewhere hinting you that you can skip your studies. So who do you
Yes.
agree with more, and which was your favorite shark among them?
So, uh, actually, my favorite shark was Anupam Mittal, but I
Okay.
actually agreed with an Aman and Vinita's idea of continuing education because that's what I actually wanted to do. I wasn't ready to drop out just yet, and I really wanted to also learn deeper into mechanical engineering and see actually get into the more professional side of engineering, or rather than what I'm doing right now. So I think that was the take from the tank.
Great. So do you plan on having any co-founder or so?
Definitely. So of course, once we get to the stage where we are, expanding, I will definitely need a co-founder with, the same interests, the same professionalism in this sector in automobile, right? And I think having a co-founder is really important. It definitely uh, gives you fresh ideas and kind of divides the work, which means you can do double the work with a co-founder, right? And I think it's having a co-founder is really important to grow as well. So that's the plan ahead.
Okay, great. So, Meet, that was an amazing conversation. I got so much to learn from you. I had fun.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you so much, Arun. It was a wonderful conversation.